Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I'm Aboagye, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for returning. In today's video, I'm going to share with you unpopular but well-founded scholarship all over the world. We all know about the Sheffield scholarship, the Commonwealth scholarship, and what have you. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some scholarships that are not well known all over the world for both master's, PhD, and also undergraduate studies. They haven't been arranged in any order, so unfortunately you have to watch till the end. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, kindly do so, and let's dive right into these scholarships. Also remember the deadlines vary, so it's very important you start putting together your documents so you don't miss any deadlines. As I told you at the beginning of the year, my goal this year is to share with you as many scholarships as possible. So if you haven't yet hit the bell button to get notified once I post a video, do so. So we'll be starting with the Allan and Nesta Ferguson Charitable Trust Master's Scholarship at the University of Sheffield in UK. The truth is, apart from the Commonwealth and the Sheffield Scholarship, I didn't know that UK actually offers some of these scholarships, so it was very eye-opening for me to come across these scholarships, and they are also in areas that are not quite common. So you could, like, if you're interested in an MA in international development, in public health, in an LLM in international law and global justice, in journalism, this could be a scholarship for you. And the deadline is you actually have to receive an offer by 6th May 2022. And this scholarship entails a tuition fee waiver, maintenance for university accommodation, and also a monthly stipend. That's really a good offer. And you also don't have to put in any extra application. It says here that once you are actually admitted into the program, you will be automatically considered for these scholarships. However, there's a caveat. There are certain countries which are eligible. They include Ethiopia, Ghana, Mali, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Togo. So just go through to see if your country is part of this, and if it is, I suggest that you go right in and apply. And if you are actually selected to continue with this scholarship, you will hear from them by 14th May 2022. If you don't, you already know the good news. And I suggest that you actually do submit a very competitive application. You could go through my videos and watch a video on how to submit like a good motivation letter. I'll actually leave it in the comment section, a link to that, as well as a template for a good CV. So just to help you ensure that you submit a good application letter, I also suggest that if they are requesting for a recommendation letter, you talk to your referees to help you submit a very good recommendation letter. The second scholarship is a funded studentship. Those are really PhDs at the Coventry University, also in the UK. They currently have like over 33 PhDs for you to consider. We are just going to look at one of them. So the topic for this is the impact of wastewater treatment plants on emissions of new and emerging pollutants into the atmosphere. You need to read the project details to see if this is something that you can do. But like when I looked at it, like people with a background in civil, environmental engineering, environmental science, environmental studies, or even chemistry, I think can work on this project. But also take your time and read this project to see if it's along your strengths. You'll be funded for up to 3.5 years, and the entry requirement is you need a bachelor. So even though it's a PhD, once you have a bachelor's, you could actually apply for this with a minimum of a 2:1 and 60% in the project element. So to apply, you just have to contact this person. You just have to actually click on that and you can continue. So take your time based on your area of interest and look through the PhD opportunities to see if you could actually find something that is of interest to you. Now let's look at the next university. We are now going to France, and we are looking at the University of Paris-Saclay. The deadline for this scholarship, this Idex scholarship, is in 14th May 2022. And they state something here that just because you get admitted to the master's program does not mean you're automatically considered for the scholarship. And it's for all the programs they're offering at the university. So just look at the programs they are offering. If you are actually selected, then an email will be sent to you to apply for this. Once they do so, they are going to require 2 referees, and this is very important. Your reference letter. Sometimes some of you don't get scholarships because your reference letter are not strong enough. If there are 2 people that you are comparing, they have almost everything. Sometimes the only tar is the reference letter. So if your referee is submitting not a too strong recommendation letter for you, you lose out on some of these scholarships or some of these admission. So it's very important you talk to your referees to submit a very good recommendation letter. And also, this is actually an age limit scholarship, so if you are more than 30, you might not really qualify for this scholarship. And the program fields all the master's program they have, and this is what the scholarship entails. You get 10,000 euros per year. You are going to be given 1,000 euros for your travel and your visa expenses. And if you have to do an internship, you actually have to do the internship in one of the Paris-Saclay labs. And the downside is you can't do your internship out of France if you are actually going to get these scholarships. You will get to know the response by email once you get selected for this. And look at this. University Park will to refuse or cancel the scholarship if the information provided by the candidate is false. So kindly just put in something that's true. The next scholarship you are going to look at is an MBA for the London Business School. So my people who are interested in an MBA, please look into this scholarship. It will just be given to one person, and it's for people from African countries, and this is 100% tuition fee waiver. We all know how expensive universities in the UK are, especially even for an MBA. So look into this scholarship, the Mo Ibrahim Foundation Scholarship at London Business School. The next scholarship you are going to look at is a PhD studentship at the King University London. They are offering 25 scholarships, and the deadline is 6th March 2022. And the areas they are looking at is the School of Art, Business and Social Sciences, Science, Engineering and Computer, and the Faculty of Health, Social Care and Education. So if you have friends who are looking for PhD scholarship, you have family who are looking for PhD scholarship, tell them about this scholarship and let them go and look at it. And the scholarships really waiver, they change. Some will offer 50% of the tuition fee, and some will be fully funded, like they have 15 awards for fully funded, and they are actually targeting people who are Black, Asian and the minority ethnic students, and for Kingston alumni. And this is one that is for Black, Asian and minority ethnic studentship fully funded, but this is for the home students only. So this is really the downside for this one. You have to be in the country, or you have to be a citizen of the country. Now the next scholarship we are going to look at is, we are going all the way to Asia. We are going to Korea. And they have, for newly admitted students, they have 2 types of scholarships. They have the Global Leader Scholarship A and the Global Leader Scholarship B. The A will entail like a full tuition fee for 2 semesters, and the B is just 50% of it. The good thing is you don't have to apply secondary. Once you apply, you're automatically considered, and this is actually for all the programs they are offering. And even if you don't get it during the time you're entering, once you're also a student, there's also the opportunity to get this scholarship. The next one is the Islamic Development Bank Scholarship. So these scholarships are for undergraduate, MPhil, PhDs and masters. So let's look at the undergraduate scholarship, and you actually have to be part, like it's targeted to their partner countries and Islamic countries. So you have to be a citizen of one of these ISDB member countries or Muslim community, and you actually have to apply for the top 10 university in your own country.
So just not any university. These should be the top 10 universities or partner universities in one of their partner countries, and the fields of study is similar for both undergrad and postgrad and masters. It should be in health, sustainable cities, sustainable agriculture, energy. So these are the fields that's of interest, and it entails like your tuition fee, your monthly stipend, your medical treatment, and a flight ticket. And these are what you have to do. So if you have Islamic or Muslim friends, I suggest you send this to them for them to have a look. This is for the masters. Let's look at the masters. As I said, it's very similar. There's the area of interest is the same. So yeah, there's not much difference from the masters and the PhD. So just have a look at it. The next one we are going to look at is the Mauritius scholarship. And this is also for undergrad, masters, MPhil, and PhDs. So we are going to have a look at the call for application. It depends. For if you want to have an undergraduate diploma, 3 years, for a degree 4 years, masters 2 years, and MPhil or a PhD 4 years. So there's something you have to take your time and read. This is for the guidelines for the applicants. There's going to be 2 intakes, one in April and the other in October. For the April, the deadline is 28th February, and for October is 15th August. For the electronic submission and for hard copy, these are the deadlines. So take your time and read through this to know what you have to do. The next one we are going to look at is the Imperial College Business School. We are back to the UK. So these are the MSc scholarships. I also like the areas in which they are offering the scholarships. It's also not really areas that are typically or commonly funded. So we have finance and accounting, financial technology, business analytics, strategic management, international health management. So if these are areas of interest to you, or you have families or friends you know are looking into this, please send this video to them and let them apply for the scholarships. So these are also different kinds of scholarships. So the Africa Regional Scholarship, you get £10,000. The Black Future Leaders, that's the 50% of tuition fee. This is also 10,000. The Dean's Impact is 20,000. For the LGBTQ plus scholarships, the people who identify into these communities, you actually get 15,000. They are this for application fee waiver, and the Imperial Loyalty Badge, that's 10% of the tuition fee. Take your time, go through this website and look at what it entails. So these are program-specific scholarships. There are other scholarships for the program you want to study. Women in finance, you have a friend who is a female and wants to enter into the finance. This is something that could be of interest to them. Global Leadership Scholarship, like there are so many of them. So this, if you're offered an Imperial College Business School scholarship or Imperial Loyalty Bursary and are subsequently offered a larger awarded by us, the larger one will supersede the first award and will not be in addition to it. So you can't have 2 scholarships. At the end of the day, the number of scholarships you get, you will be considered for the very first one. You have to take your time to look at the universities because at the program, because the deadline also varies. So we are back to Asia again. As you can see, like I'm jumping from one continent to the other, so it's very important you work to the end because they are not arranged in any order. So this is an undergrad scholarship. This is for undergrad, and it's either full or partially waived according to the following conditions. This is what you are going to get based on the conditions, and this is the gold. They both have a meal plan, but the gold is more than the silver. You also get the opportunity University of Dreams scholarship, which is worth 130 with a meal plan. You can't get both of these scholarships, you have to choose one. So for undergrad, just go to the university to figure out the programs they are offering. So now this is the Turkish scholarship, which is actually quite around social media. So this also entails undergrad, masters, and PhD. It entails a lot of things. You get a monthly stipend, the tuition fee, you get to learn the Turkish language for a year, health insurance, accommodation, university and program placement, and the deadline is 20th February 2022. So take your time and just read, and when you're ready you can just apply for that scholarship. The next scholarship is program specific. So this is a research lab. One of the things you should also realize is that research labs also offer scholarships. So these are the opportunities from this lab, the Biophysical Ocean Modeling lab. They are offering postdoc, PhD, and research assistantship at this is in the Louisiana State University in the US. So there are several ongoing projects, so you have to read through to see which of them interest you. But actually they are looking for people with interest in oceanography, marine science, earth science, geography, engineering, applied mathematics, or physical sciences. And these are the skills of the people they are looking for. And the deadline is by 15th February. If you're interested, you have to send your email to this person. So this is an MSc in digital health at the University of Bristol in the UK. They have funding available for September 2022 entry. There's a 50% fee discount and a 7,000 euro living stipend for scholarship recipients. UK, EU, and international students are eligible and encouraged to apply. So you could look at what their programs and to what their pilot students have to say. You could actually even go on social media to reach out to them. This is their program structure. These are some of the things you will learn. These are the entry requirements. So you could a second class upper. You could actually either in a STEM related discipline, computer science or engineering or health related discipline. Both of them can work for you. So this is a scholarship they are talking about. So you have to visit the university and look at the deadline for this program. You could also apply to their Think Big postgraduate program. We'll come back to that as a load. So the next one we are going to look at is the Global Master Scholarship at the University of Birmingham for 2022-2023. This will be £10,000 worth of scholarship. Who is eligible for this? You have to have received admission into the University of Birmingham, be classified as like either from the country or an overseas payee, have paid the standard 2,000 deposit by 30th June. So these are what they are expecting, and they also have eligible countries. So you have to check to see if your country is part. Yeah, Ghana is part. So these are the deadlines. The deadline is by 30th June 2022. So there's still time. So take your time and look at the programs they are offering and apply for the scholarship, because this is very competitive. So this is the forms you use to apply. So let's look at this. So this is the Think Big scholarship, also at the University of Bristol. You have to have gotten admission. So most of these scholarships, as you can see, you need to have admission. So it's very important you actually apply early. And it's for 1 year for the programs they are applying. The awards is 5,000, 10,000, and 20,000. The deadline, there are two deadlines, 28th and 13th June. So this is something, just take your time and read through. The next scholarship we are going to look at is at the Institute of Material Science at University of Valencia. These are the requirements: chemistry, physics, or material science. If you are interested, you have to send in these information. And remember that it will close as soon as they get a candidate. So whenever you see a scholarship, never really wait for the deadline. Just put in your application and just submit those scholarships. We are going to Denmark now. So this is a scholarship for the Department of Business and Management. The deadline is 15th March. And the areas you are looking for is in accounting, culture and commerce, finance, management, organization design. So if this is something that's of interest to you, take your time, read, and just put in your application. Yeah, this is in Denmark, SDU in Denmark. So now let's go to Canada. This is University of Guelph. So my people who are interested in agriculture, this could be something that could really be of interest to you, for the masters, you're going to be giving 50,000 per year for 2 years. For the doctoral, is the same thing, but for 4 years. So the selection criteria is basically academic, and you have to be interested in, like, their area of interest is in agriculture, is in food. So look at their research interest, and whatever or however you submit your application, ensure you highlight with these interests. You have to start by 22nd February, and you have to submit your application before 22nd February. So everything's like by 22nd February. So please start. We have like literally 1 month to finish with this application.
Thanks for watching to the end. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section, and if this video was helpful, kindly let me know. Don't forget to share with your family and friends. Until the next video, bye.